They'll be calling you a radical. This is extremely important. This is real important data and news. And by the way, my can, and I'll show you my old 1951 tripod one of these days. I was just looking at it today. It's got hardened dried tomato soup all over it from almost 6 years ago, and we eat this shit. God only knows what's in it. So this is a big, big, big deal. And why? They've came out, one of the robots finally got into the water at the bottom of number 1. You know, in the pooled water. These numbers are so alarming. And now, of course, it gets reported, oh, most alarming biggest numbers since the accident. No, this is the first time they've been able to record it. They've been this level the whole time. So all you Fukushima deniers, Great Pacific Genocide deniers, you know, it's with your Geiger counters. I mean, I tell people, oh, show me the count. Can you just Google RadNet? Your own government data will show you how elevated the numbers are all over. This land is my land, this land is your land, radiated for you and me. These numbers are alarming, big time alarming. And so I want to get into this a little bit. I'll be in New York tomorrow, so I'm leaving tonight. So, look, this is a big deal. You are bailing out the French government. The French government, the United States taxpayer, you are bailing them out right now so they can nuke you. I'm not kidding. So Savannah River, now get this. So this is where you can't draw the correlation. The Tower to Babylon at mocks Savannah River, the nuke plant, South Carolina. The biggest pork welfare queens in history. We'll never use it. They get caught blatantly, red-handed, stealing $14 billion. Chicago Bridge and Arriva are the same company, which is the same company as Westinghouse. Now this is out today. This is breaking. Westinghouse, their last option, they said, the only other company that they says, well, maybe we'll talk the South Koreans into buy. Now think about the Japanese Toshiba trying to talk the South Koreans after what they've done to them all the years, which is Westinghouse group of. Westinghouse has come right out and says they can't make payroll. So if you work for Westinghouse, which is one of the major employers here, they make the zirconium rods here, Pittsburgh. They've said right out, we don't. That's why Toshiba has skipped twice. Now, they're in begging Trump right now for the bailout. So now think about this. Toshiba, one of the biggest companies in the world, they get forced down their throat, this Westinghouse, Chicago Bridge, a bunch of criminal looters. So Congress today, through the panel, the committee, passes the new bill to give them tons more money in these small nuclear reactors. The only one on the committee who voted against it, well, that I know, there was 3 that voted against it, was Kamala Harris. Now, why would Kamala Harris vote against it? Because she was a play with us on the whole Sen and Offrey dynamic. She knows how corrupt it is. Feinstein come right out and says, oh, no, this ain't happening. Until she used the word, she words the F word. Feinstein used the F word. Fukushima. Tell you guys, what about Fukushima? What about the answer for the waste? So you deny. I mean, it's insanity. This country is drunk on insanity. These nuclear laws. Look, Bechtel got paid to put the triple layers at Hanford. They stood right on the hill because of Price Anderson. There's no liability. Yeah, we lied. We fucked the American government. So what? What the fuck are you going to do about it? Ha ha ha, fuck you. We're a corporate. This is fucking the United States of corporate fucking nuclearism, fucking whorism. Well, what'd you do with the money? We hired lobbyists. So they're going from house to house to house. We need lobbyists. I mean, we need grassrooters in Kentucky, in Michigan, in Ohio, in Wisconsin, the maker of a mass murder. You need to get in there. You need to get in there right now. They're trying to play the same thing there in New York, the Cuomo tax. Now, apparently, the House in New York has said, we're not funding it. Well, they're trying to backdoor right now. They have till April 1st. I mean, talk about April Fool's Day. You know. The event on the Shirtwaist Fire, so if you're going to meet up with me, is on Friday. They moved it from Saturday to Friday. It's Friday the 24th at 11 o'clock at NYU. So I'll be there. So they're going house. Next thing you know, they're going to have a bake sale at your local PTA school. Please give us money. Please raise money for the poor trillionaire mass murdering nuclear industry. I mean, this is such a major. So Westinghouse, Korea come out today and says, we have no interest. What are you talking about? We ain't buying this piece of shit. We don't want this bankrupt Westinghouse. Who do we look like? Arriva, the French? Arriva is 85% owned by the French government. Michael Moore's so stupid, pathetic. Oh, it works for the French. No, it doesn't work for the French. They don't mind the uranium here. Where do they put their waste? All it is bankrupt. It's bankrupted France. France goes, you know how much the French government owns the international community right now? Look it up. Hundreds and hundreds of, approaching $1 trillion. I was in front of the UN at the IAEA, and I told Senator, I said, what are they doing here? That's the CEO, that's the CEO of Arriva. He's not even on the schedule with hat in hand. They just beg. So now this bill is going to roundabout more pork, Savannah River, Trump's whole thing, more Savannah River, boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's insanity. The welfare queens from whole. Hell. So you are bailing out the French government. So think about this. Chicago Bridge, one little, the Reyes connection, these little creepy bastards, Cal Berkeley, look, they get all the money up front, just like this. They don't care if they ever build anything. If Savannah River doesn't pull that, I mean, the Mox field never worked. It never worked. And it was Arriva who lied. And remember the contract on America, Dennis Hastert, that moral majority guy? Yeah, that guy. They got it through. They lied the whole time. Never intending. They get caught red-handed by the Department of Energy on December 5th, comes out with their scathing report and just blatantly says they've been doing nothing but blatantly. Chicago Bridge, Arriva. Now think about those two together, which is Westinghouse, which is Toshiba. Toshiba's own CEO. We're out of options. They're going to bankrupt this. Look, I'm telling you, this is going to send shockwaves across this economic globe like you've never seen. Which, you know how many freaking people Toshiba employs? Do you have any clue? Westinghouse, they come right out. We can't make power. They're right now on Wall Street, right now today, they're asking right now today for a private loan so they can meet payroll. They're going to file bankruptcy. They're going to file bankruptcy. Their last, nobody wants these guys. Nobody wants, the only one stupid enough to even do this is the American freaking taxpayer. And they get this through the committee, they're going to put this on the Senate floor, and Trump will sign it, I mean, it's insanity. You're really going to go for this. California's the only place that's kicking them out. California's the only one has woke up, and that's my work at San Onofre. The small group guy, you don't think we change the world? They're the only ones. This is a big deal. This reading in number one has been the reading the whole time. And you did not, and by the way, everybody's branding themselves in history, the rats, the trolls, that this is all no good. It's like a banana, potato chips, sunshine. And, for Dana, Jeff Francois, let them stand. Don't take them down. Don't file copyrights. Don't file flag these guys. Make sure they stay. And the reason we want them to stay, because they branded themselves in history the fucking fools that they are. Not only that, it leaves a fucking YouTube paper trail when we could trace who paid these people at the academia. The university professor who went along with this, the media that went there, I believe it to be criminal acts, and soon when this, because the salmon are collapsing, I'm telling you, it's an epic, so this is going to be a major, major story that you don't even know, you've been in denial for. It's going to hit you like a freight train, like cancer does. Oh, by the way, I got to tell you this. For you soup canners, I flipped the skin to my whole gig. I found the coolest thing, and I'm so excited. I was in the bone marrow transplant dying when Campbell's came out with the 4 Warhol Retro, so I never got any. And, whatever, I don't care. People forget that Campbell's made this way back in the day, made New York City, the Big Apple, a can of soup, way back. You can't find them anywhere. You can't. I found one today for $9 on eBay. It wasn't in very good shape, but I don't care, but I bought it. I can't wait to get that thing. I've wanted one of those things my whole life. From popism to shopism to death. Cancer. Oh, it can't affect me. I'm an elitist. No, you're not. I mean, cousin died, brother died, fucking sister died, fucking neighbor fucking died. Natural cause is 58. Can't happen to me. You want to fucking bet? Oh, it's gonna happen to you. So keep bailing them out. Keep getting more money, and you fucking corporate whores and you fucking politicians, everybody that's going along with this, go ahead. And let these creeps brand themselves so we can trial the thing. They get paid. Once this breaks loose, I wouldn't want to. I told people for years, you keep saying this is nothing in the Pacific Ocean, to pour this into the Pacific Ocean, which I call Futonium, for 2,200 days and think there's no consequences for that. You read this number, you read this number, you saw this number. And you think there's no consequences for that? It's not going to break the chain and kill the mama in the mama's womb as you stand by, let them rape your own mother right in her womb. The nuclear say raped her hardcore and you stood by and did nothing. Can't breathe? Fuck, you can't do it. You stood by and did nothing. Not me, fucker. Not me. How come you're fishing here, Kevin? There's no fish. You do it on the Pacific Ocean. You buy boats, you buy trucks. There's no fucking fish. You still fishing. There's no fish. Stand tuned. But Korea's like, fuck you. Just remember this. Korea, Taiwan, China, all of Asia, most of Russia, well, all of Russia, all of Europe, they said, fuck you. We don't want your food from the day it happened. Right? Well, shortly thereafter. And still, they still don't allow it. Not us. Bring it on. The Northern Cod Association in Japan had to block it from going into New York themselves. Not because New York kept saying, they said they refused to protect themselves. So we'll do it. Kevin Blanche trying to save you from fucking you. Whoa. God, I've been missing a lot lately. Get back on your game, Kev. Stand tuned.